Shalom Uvracha, dear sisters and brothers, I hope things are well by you. We gonna try to learn a little bit from the Likutei Moharan and from other books today, Be'ezrat Hashem, with help from heaven. Continuing with the second Torah in Likutei Moharan, Rabbi Nachman is teaching us on the power that people have while praying, that the prayer is the main weapon of the Messiah, of the Mashiach, and that the Mashiach himself, he's the one who will conquer the wars for our people, for our global nation, the nation of Israel. Needs to remember again that when we're talking about the Israeli people, the souls of Israel, we're not talking only about the Jewish people, means the tribe of Yehuda. We're talking about the general public of the nation of Israel. So again, just for everyone to remember, you might be an Israeli soul as well, even if you're not Jewish. You can live in Afghanistan, you can live in Africa, you can live in Sweden, in Norway, you can live in Germany, you can live in Budapest, you can live in Egypt, in Cairo, you can live in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in India, and in each and every one of those places there can be that people who came from the tribe of Israel established communities and built villages and blend into different nations and became great populations around the world, and they lost the track of their history and their identity, and they're not sure who they are, but from within their heart is a flaming passion for Torah and for God and for the simple belief of the Jewish people. So every person, Rabbi Nachman of Breslev is telling us, every Israeli person, his soul is a flame of fire, and his passion for truth can be expressed and finally find its true potential and achieve the highest level of its greatness by the power of prayer. And that's the main weapon that we're receiving from the Mashiach. And Rabbi Nachman is telling us in second Torah that every person should aim his prayer while praying to connect himself to the righteous people of the generation. Because every righteous man, every righteous person in the generation, he is in the aspect of Moshe, of Moses, of the Mashiach. And Mashiach is a very interesting word. The word Mashiach is coming from the word Messiah, means that he's talking. The Mashiach's power of conversation, power of prayer is the greatest. He has the power to rise and to uplift his prayers in a way that will bring the best and strongest results, and he will be able to conquer the world with his prayers. So we need to attach ourselves to that person, that he is in the aspect of prayer, and to connect our prayers to his prayers. Now, not every person with long beards and a kippah is already Mashiach. Not every religious person is Mashiach, and not every person who claims to be Mashiach is Mashiach, and not every person who thinks to himself that he's Mashiach is Mashiach, and not every person that other people are claiming that he's Mashiach, he is really Mashiach. Who is Mashiach? Mashiach, he's the one that Hashem will declare on him that he is Mashiach. Mashiach is the one that Elijah the prophet will come and say to the world that guy, he is Mashiach. Mashiach is no one that we can say, oh yeah, I think he is Mashiach. Oh yeah, I think I am Mashiach. Oh no, I think that she is the Mashiach. No, you can never know. We're waiting, all of us together, for the real Mashiach to be revealed, and how he will be revealed. The Midrash is saying, the verses are saying, that Elijah the prophet, he will know by Hashem. Hashem will let Elijah the prophet know who the real Mashiach is, and then he will come and let everyone else know, hey guys, that's your king, that's Mashiach, he's the one. So as long as you don't really know who the real Mashiach is, you should connect yourself in your mind to the Mashiach of the generation, to the one that he is potentially the Mashiach of our generation, and to send your prayers with his prayers to where his prayers are rising. Means that if you know that there is a great movement, there like something in the business world, something in the financial markets, there is like something very hot those days, and you know that people are making tons of money over there. So even if you don't know exactly which are those people who makes that money, if you don't even know exactly what needs to be done for you to join them, at least you can start walking closer and closer to the area of those people. It means, for an example, we're just gonna for an example, let's say that today Bitcoin is something that makes a lot of money. Just for an example, I don't have a clue what Bitcoin is. I don't know what it means. I'm just taking it as an example. You can use something else, like the dollar is rising today, and you can buy dollars today, and you're going to make a lot of money tomorrow. And you see that people are doing it, and you heard that a lot of people invested in that. And properties, it's not important what. As long as you see that there is a certain movement to a certain direction, you need to go with that flow. You need to understand, you need to relate yourself to that energy, to that positive energy. Like if you see that people who learns Torah finding deep understanding about themselves, or if you find yourself in an area of people that are doing hitbodedut, and those people are talking to God every day, and you see that there is a great success, you see that those people who are talking to the Creator finds more comfort, finds more quiet, they have deeper understandings than others, you feel related to them. By recognizing that, you should understand that you should also come closer to what that they are doing. Join the ones who succeed. If you see people that are doing something positive, something powerful, something strong, something effective, you need to attach yourself to those people, and by that, for sure, slowly but surely, you will also enjoy the prosperity and the bounty and the success that they are harvesting or about to harvest. So when we know that there is a Mashiach in every generation, and when we know that that Mashiach is achieving his great achievements through prayer, with the power of his prayer, of his personal prayer, so if you're going to attach yourself in your mind, with your intention, with your heart, to his prayers, to pray with him, to be in his group, to serve with him in the same way, only even just in your heart, only in your heart, in your mind, without knowing him, without putting your finger on him, without declaring, oh yeah, me, I know who Mashiach is. We don't know. Until Elijah the prophet will come and say, hey guys, that's Mashiach, we don't know. Even if you had some visions, even if you had some illusions, even if you had some clarifications, you can never know who Mashiach is until Elijah the prophet will come, and then everyone will know, everyone will hear the great voice of the shofar that will go on earth, and everyone will hear it. The blow of shofar that will be heard on four wings of the universe will call everyone's attention to listen to the voice of Hashem, to the voice of Elijah the prophet, who will tell us who the real Mashiach is. And then we will be able to recognize him and to go and to ask for his blessing, or to bless him ourselves, or to attach ourselves to him in any possible way. But until that day, we can all keep on doing that with our thoughts. So you need to imagine to yourself, and for that you must allow yourself to use the power of your imagination, to think to yourself, okay, there is a Mashiach in my generation, there is someone, the Mashiach is here, he's walking with us, that Moses, that man of God, he's walking and working and achieving and doing great things with his prayers, and I want to attach myself to him. How in the world can I do that? The way that you should do it is with the power of prayers. that you should pray and connect your prayers to the prayer of Mashiach of your generation, of our generation, and to think to yourself, all right, so who, how, what that Mashiach can be. Probably Mashiach, allow yourself to imagine, allow yourself to dream. Probably this Mashiach, he is a very nice person, he's a very kind person, he cares about the weak, he covers the naked, he gives charity to everyone, he cares about everyone he sees, he loves people, he has patience to everyone. Okay, so I'm sending prayers with him, I'm praying with him. Imagine him standing on the peak of a mountain, in a valley, in front of a lake, in front of the sea, in front of the temple, in Jerusalem, wherever you imagine. Let your mind flow. Allow your imagination to be creative, to use the talents and the blessing of you, the power of imagination that you have been blessed with. Stand and pray. And pray that your prayers will rise with the prayers of the true Mashiach of our generation. If he wants kindness to be revealed, I'm praying for kindness to be revealed as well. If the Mashiach wants goodness to be the kindness and friendship and loyalty to be the foundation of the world, all right, I'm praying for that. Please Hashem, that everyone will be happy. Mashiach wants to reveal the nations of Israel. He wants all the people, all the true believers to come out of darkness, to come out of, crawl out of their nests, of their holes, of their darkness. Okay, I'm praying for all the souls of all the good people to find a way out of their darkness, of their sadness. And how you do that, that is the main power of the individual prayer. That everyone will allow himself to pray like you talk to a best friend of yours. Who is God? Who is that creator that we're praying to? If not the source of love, the source of friendship, the source of brotherhood, the source of light, the source of justice, the source of all aspects of truth and honor and respect. Connect yourself to him with your prayer. How you do that? You just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and get used to that, to speak for hours on hours on hours with the Creator in your language, in the language that you used to speak. Speak to him in German, speak to him in Sweden, speak to him in English, speak to him in Arabic, in Turkish, speak to him in French, speak to him in Hebrew, speak to him with your Texan accent, with your South African accent. Speak to him in your vocabulary. Use your own words and concepts and ideas. Use your vocabulary and words that will flow out of your mouth, and allow yourself to express the spirit of yours. Like the verse is saying, Nafshi yatz'a bedabero. The spirit comes out and being revealed when we speak. When you speak, you express your heart. When I speak, you always hear my heart. When you speak, everyone hears your heart. When you speak in front of God, in front of the Creator finds your spirit. And your spirit is your wisdom. For an example, one person will pray for the temple to be revealed and for the light of Hashem to be known and declared in Jerusalem, the city, the holy city of them all. Okay, great, that's your wisdom. That's your knowledge of today. You express it. Someone else will pray today that the light of the Torah will be revealed, that the wisdom of the sages will be known to publics, that everyone will learn the rules of halakha, of the Jewish rules, whatever. Everyone is speaking from his heart. One person is going through challenges with his soulmate, with his spouse. He will go to the field and he will talk about that. That's his wisdom. And why am I mentioning that wisdom? That the prayer is the way that you express your wisdom. Because the wisdom is something that spreads. And when you express your wisdom and you express your thoughts, you're making the inner light of your soul, of your spirit, become external. You speak about something that is touching you from within. For an example, something happened in your house, something happened with your soulmate, and now you want to talk about it. So you go to the field and you talk about honest relationship and how important it is to be honest and truthful and nice and loyal and kind. And you express your heart. Please Hashem, help me always to be loyal, always to be kind. Let me remember how grateful she was to me, so I'll be also grateful to her by that. And you reveal your wisdom, you reveal the conclusions that came out of your life experience. And when you do that, you make your inner light, the deep understandings of your heart, to surround you, because you express them, and by that you take them out of your heart through your mouth out to the world, to the outside space. And then people who comes in touch with you, even if you cannot see that, they're enjoying your aura, they're enjoying your light, and your light will hold the inner light that you just expressed in your prayer. So people that will come will enjoy that light that is surrounding you now like a wall of protection. That your armor, that is your armor, that is the shine that is shining and evacuating all negativity and all obstacles off your path and your way. And inside of you, the endless spring of wisdom will bring up a new level of wisdom. When you take out water from the spring, you are giving an opportunity for fresh water to rise and to refresh the source of water. And new wisdom is coming from inside and becomes your wisdom. And when you speak, your wisdom is being expressed, means being delivered out to the world, and everyone can enjoy it. If it's physically while talking to you, and if it's spiritually by enjoying the energy that you created, but inside of you something higher and way more divine and upgraded is happening inside of you. That new wisdom is coming to your heart. And if you're going to pray enough time, you're going to see that you're being elevated while you talk. Every word that you take out in individual prayer brings a new word, a new portion of wisdom from within. And if you talk for hours, like the real righteous people are talking for hours with the Creator, you will see great developments in your spirit. You will see that you will never going to stay in one level, in one floor for longer than few minutes. And all the time remember to talk and to talk with God, and to talk with yourself, and to talk with your friends, with your colleagues, with your partners to life. Remember to talk about your feelings. Remember to express your wisdom and not to be shy. Because when you're shy, even the purest waters, if you're going to hold them in a tank, in a closed and sealed tank, they will stink. With time, they will be rotten. They won't stay fresh. Only when you stream them, only when you allow them to shower out, to be spread, new wisdom can rise and shine. And that wisdom of Mashiach and our understanding of how to connect ourselves to the Creator with prayer and with honest prayers that are attached and connected to the prayers of Mashiach will be effective and powerful to bring redemption out to the world, to bring a huge illumination and a great salvation to the whole wide world. And we're waiting for that. And the souls of the poor and the souls of the broken ones are waiting for that in thirst, in horrible drought. And we need, what are you asking? Can the Mashiach knows that Mashiach is him before do the things to be Mashiach? Well, I don't know. I think once I spoke about it in a class, and I said that I assume that the Mashiach will face the same challenge as the challenges that we're facing, that he will have that mission to believe in himself. He will also fight with a low self-esteem like we all do. Why? Because that's the war, and the evil inclination is fighting with every person and trying to sabotage the path of every individual. And as greater as you are, and means higher in your spiritual level, so corresponding to that, the evil inclination will try to fight the person more and more. So the Mashiach, that he is the greatest of them all, he for sure will have the greatest evil inclination. The Yetzer Hara will try to defeat him and to destroy him in the strongest way of them all. And we know that it happened with Moses, and we know that it happened with King David, and we know that it happened with Yosef, the righteous man, and we know that it happened with each and every one of the righteous ones who experienced great difficulties in their life and challenges for their self-esteem. For an example, Moses was suspected to go with all married women of his generation. Means that all the husbands, all the men of Moses' generation suspected that Moses was hiding with their wives. It's crazy. The man was not even like enough time with his wife. Like he was so separated in the supervision by the supervision of Hashem. Hashem commanded him to separate from feminine side in such a detailed and specific way that Moshe was not even allowed to spend time with his own wife. So to suspect and to think that Moses was hanging out with other women and thinking about other women, this is not something that like even an option. And people suspected him. Why people suspected him? Just because that the Yetzer Hara was all over him, that the evil inclination tried to destroy him, so that all the people of his generation will blame him and will hate him and will argue with him, to break his spirit, for him not to accomplish his goal, to succeed and achieve the victory in the purpose that he set to himself, what he set to himself, to bring redemption to the world. Therefore, a person that is bringing such a noble purpose to the table, that's his agenda. Of course, that the Yetzer Hara will try to break his spirit and will try to fight with him on his self-esteem, that he will not believe in himself, that he is the one to bring the redemption, the complete salvation. So I assume that the Mashiach will wake up step by step to understand that he might be the real Mashiach, but also he cannot be sure enough about it until a real prophecy will take place in his life and he will become a prophet. And then when Hashem will speak with him and tell him, hey, my brother, you are Mashiach and I need you to walk and rock, until that day he won't be able to believe in himself completely. But since that day, from that day and on, that Hashem will talk to him and tell him, you are the Mashiach and you have the job and I'm expecting from you to do A, B, C, whatever the conversation between them will be, since that day and on, for sure that he will know that he is Mashiach, and he will go and will conquer his way through prayers and individual prayers on top of all, and will wake up the spirits of all the broken ones. So, are you ready to rock? You need to go to the fields and to talk with the Creator like you talk to your best friend. You need to talk about your heart, and you need to share your thoughts, and you need to reveal ideas, and you need to do as many things, as many good things as you can on a daily basis, every day. Do you want to learn something else? Do you want us to continue, or that we should stop? Do you have the power to learn a little bit more? I'll tell you a secret. You want to hear a secret? Do you want to hear a secret? I'll tell you something very special that I'm doing. I'll tell you something special that I'm doing. So, there is something that is called Mishnah. The Mishnah is the foundation of the oral Torah. And the oral Torah that has been given to us by the sages starts with the Masechet Brachot. And in Masechet Brachot, for an example, The first Mishnah is saying, "Me'matai korin et Shema ba'arvit." Since when we're allowed to say Kriyat Shema in the evening? Misha'a she'kohanim nichasim le'echol b'trumatan. Since from the hour that the Kohanim, that the servants are allowed to enter in the days of the temple to eat the sacrifices that are called Truma. This is a certain portion that is being given to those servants, to the Kohanim, and they are allowed to come and eat it in a certain time of the evening, until Sof HaShmura Rishona, the end of the first part of the night. Divrei Rabbi Eliezer, that's the opinion of Rabbi Eliezer. So it continues. There is a whole discussion and a conversation. Now, I heard from a really important righteous man. His name is Rav Alter David Chaim Stern. May Hashem bless him with long life and happiness. That it's very important to think Mishnayot. Not only to read Mishnayot, not only to learn Mishnayot, also to think. Not to memorize, not to know them by heart. Maybe you need to know them by heart for you to be able to think about them. But then, just to run them in your thoughts is a very holy thing, a very powerful thing to purify your mind, your thoughts, to make your mind stronger and more stable and powerful. So what that I was doing is that I was writing the first letters of every word. I know that it's backward now when I'm showing it to you, it's like a mirror, but you see the word me'ematai, korin, et, shema, be'arvin. So I wrote to myself the first letters me'ematai, korin, et, shema, be'arvit, and that's how I wrote above all the letters. And you can write it in English, it does not matter, for you to remember and remember and remember by heart the Mishnayot, and then you can memorize them by heart. You train yourself, you work on that, you learn like that. ממתי קוראים את שמה בערבית, משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן עד סוף השמורה הראשונה דברי רבי אליעזר, וחכמים אומרים עד חצות. And that's how you continue to memorize them in the beginning with your mouth, memorizing. Read it over and over. ממתי קוראים את שמה בערבית, משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן עד סוף השמורה הראשונה דברי רבי אליעזר. Okay, again. ממתי קוראים את שמה בערבית, משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן עד סוף השמורה הראשונה דברי רבי אליעזר. Again. ממתי קוראים את שמה בערבית, משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן עד סוף השמורה הראשונה דברי רבי אליעזר. Okay, you got that? Now try to think it. Try to think. ממתי, you think without expressing it in your thoughts. You're thinking. ממתי קוראים את שמה בערבית, משעה. Thinking Mishnayot. Take a Mishnah. You don't have to start with Masechet Brachot. Open whichever Mishnah you desire. One Mishnah that you feel attached to. Something that you like. Learn the first line. One sentence. 2 sentences. And write it down for yourself. That you'll be able to memorize them. And hold them in your thoughts. And think Mishnayot. Think those Mishnayot in your mind. It opens gates, heavenly gates in your mind. If you will try that for a few minutes, you will already gonna understand and feel a very spiritual feeling inside your mind. It's like meditation. It's a very powerful and meaningful thing to do, and it gives a lot of strength and holiness to the spirit of the person, and I bless you to succeed. The world does not exist. Because Olam Milshon Ne'elem, the world is just blocking the light of truth. The world called Alma Deshika, world of light, is just a fake. We're just inside of an illusion. It's just a fake. We're just inside of an illusion.